こんにちは。
Hello,
I'm Dalton, ダルです。
I'm Aoi, Aoi です。こちらはバイリンガル形式でポッドキャストをお届けいたします。
イェイ。
今日はですね、ポケモンについてお話をするんですけど、
について
はい、なんでかというと私最近2021年くらいに発売されたソードシールドの
いつ
2021ぐらいでしょ、That's you said.
Yeah. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I believe you.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We can look up.
Yeah, we can look it up.
いや、それにすごくドハマりをしてて、で、私ポケモンにハマったのが結構初めてレベルで、
Yeah.
なんとなくもちろん日本に住んでたからなのもあって、なんかこれは知ってる、これも知ってるとかっていうのはあるけど、ちゃんとゲームにイントゥしたことなくてさ、
ゲームをイントゥした
ゲームにハマったことがなくてさで、やっぱこれはね、人気な理由がもうやっと分かったよ。面白いし可愛いし楽しいねって、
Yeah.
初めてゲームにこんなに、
ちなみに、
はい、
Sorry. こんなにハマったこと？
うん。
Yeah. ちなみに19年。
2019年。まあ close.
Close, yeah. So more like 4 years ago. It's been really interesting watching you play for the first time, like a Pokemon game, because when I was a little kid, when I was really young, I got a Game Boy Color, and I got a Game Boy Advanced, and I got a DS, and I got a 3DS, and on every system, I always played the Pokemon games. So I played Pokemon Yellow and Red, and Crystal, and Ruby, and Pearl, and etc., etc., etc. I did stop during the 3DS phase, though. I think I played Y and Omega Ruby, and then
X and Y だ。
Yeah.
I know.
But I never played like Sun and Moon or some others. I played Black and White as well. So I've definitely played Pokemon as a kid.
男の子好きなイメージはあったけど、
Yeah.
女の子どうなの？
I definitely think there's a lot of girls that play Pokemon. I do think that there's probably more guys than girls, if I had to guess.
ねえ、セレクトできるラングエッジ
Yeah.
が多くて、もちろん日本語もあるし英語もあるし他のラングエッジもいっぱいあるじゃない。
Yeah.
だからいろんな国でプレイされるんだろうなって。
Yeah, it definitely has gotten ridiculously popular.
今さ、なんかレコードしながらポケモンのゲームの動画を見ながらやってるんだけど、イメージをさこう膨らませるために、なんか話しながらやるのと見ながらやるのが難しくて、なんか私勝手に
Okay, well, I'll pause that then. Tell me about what your experience has been like in the game so far.
My experience?
Yeah, what have you learned? What have you been confused by? What have you liked? What have you not
いや
liked?
今引っかかってて難しいのはですね、何タイプと何タイプを戦ったらこう強くなれる、こう弱くなるとか難しすぎて、
Yeah.
もちろん水と火はウォーターとファイヤータイプはなんとなくわかるじゃないみんな。
Yeah.
けどなんかポケモンって3つ4つぐらいしかないと思ったら、そのタイプがね
Yeah.
なんかもう10個ぐらいあるんですよ。
17? 19? なんだっけ？
そう、呪いタイプとか
Noroi isn't a type, but yeah.
なんだっけあるよね。
There's, yeah, ghost, dark, psychic.
そういう感じ、
fairy,
そういう
yeah.
感じ。と思ってそこの勉強に今入ってるんですけど、
Yeah, yeah.
そこは I think interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot
It's not
to...
kids game.
It's pretty complex for a kid's game, right? But I think it's good for kids because they start to learn about relationships and it's kind of math, right? Especially if you get into the deep stuff, the EVs and IVs and stat points and everything. I I remember as a kid, it was like I don't know how to describe it. Like I was learning a whole new world, a whole new version of science, right? And I think for kids, that kind of thing can be really useful for your memory and for organization of ideas and understanding relationships between elements. So it is a lot to take in. A little kid for sure is not going to understand right away how all the types relate.
そしてポケモンの量もう人口の数ぐらい多い世界の人口の数ぐらいいるから、名前を覚えるのも大変だと思うし、相手が何々を出してきたポケモンを交換するっていうのがあるんだけど、戦いの途中でその何々を出してきたが何々が分かんないから一回携帯を持ってもう一回それを調べて何タイプだって考えてから自分のやつをもう一回出すっていうのを今やってるんだけど、もう時間がかかるし大変だし、これ全部覚えるのすごいと思うし。
I think that's my fault for doing that in front of you because I haven't played the last couple of games, so I don't know any of the new Pokemon. And so while you're playing and that message pops up, I get curious and I'll start Googling it. And then I can give you advice on what type to send out. But normally, if I was a little kid playing this game, that's part of the fun is seeing all these new names. You're like, oh, I wonder what that is. I don't know what I should do. Should I keep them out? Should I change? Should I guess? And then you just have to learn by trying and meeting things and exploring and evolving things.
まあ子供だったら確かに携帯も持ってないかもしれないし、そうだね。なんかなんだろうそれって言ってキスしていくのがあれかもしれないけど、それにしても、あとなんかポケモン図鑑とかあるもんね、本。そういうのも頼れるかもしれないけど、それにしても本当に多い。行く場所によって違うじゃん。ポケモンが出てくる種類、ポケモンの出てくる種類が大変。でも可愛い楽しい。
何が大変？
大変。私ゲームそんなに得意じゃなくて、マリオのミニゲームぐらいはすごい子供の時に楽しんでた記憶があるけど、他はなんかワンちゃんに餌をあげて撫でるみたいなワンちゃん育成 DS ゲームみたいなのはやったことあるけど、こういう戦いとかメモリー記憶を刺激させるゲームは過去にそんなに経験ないから大変 for me.
Yeah, this is something that I was very surprised about that I didn't know. Because we've played lots of games together on the Switch where, platformers and, like you said, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash Brothers, like, lots of these like party type games together. We've never played like a first person shooter or anything like that, just because it didn't really seem like it would have been good. It wouldn't have been fun for both of us, I think. And so what really surprised me is when you were walking around the wild area, you were struggling to use both sticks at the same time, one for movement and one for camera. And that just blew my mind because I think this is the first time I've met someone our age that like just, all of my friends played video games, all my siblings played video games, and even if they didn't play them a ton, they at least like played some.
そうなんだよね。なんかまっすぐも歩けないし、コントローラーのなんかそのボタンがボタンじゃなくてこうくるくる動くじゃない、スイッチとかは。
The stick, yeah.
で、私は子供の頃にその十字架みたいな矢印の、上右左下、あれだったからまっすぐに歩けるの、それ上を押したら。だからこのくるくる曲がるやつすごく難しいと思って、カメラのその位置もさ自分で動かすの難しいし、まずそうだね、そこも難しいね、忘れてた。最近ちょっと慣れてきたけど、それでも難しい。多分イライラさせると思う。ゲームを上手にできる人が私のゲームの仕方を見たら、なんでまっすぐ歩けないのとかカメラも前にしてとか。
Yeah, I definitely didn't. I was more just surprised. I was like, wow, I'll have to show you how to do this.
いや本当だよ、大変なんだよ。
Another thing that I noticed while watching you play is because I've played so many Pokemon games for so long in my life, there's like certain systems that I just took for granted. Like, for example, there's going to be hidden items all over the place. There's going to be little shiny things that you can go grab, or there's a benefit to talking to everyone in the city. You talk to everyone in every building, you walk around the building, see if there's like little hidden areas.
Yeah.
And when I was watching you play, it was like cute and straightforward because you would go to the Pokemon Center and then you'd go to the gym and then you'd leave and go to the next place and you'd take the fastest route possible through the route and then go straight to the next city. And it works perfectly. It's a perfectly valid, good way of playing. It was just interesting because I always was like running up and down, checking every corner of every part of the map to make sure that I got everything.
なんかそのゲームの仕方はわからないから、きっとポケモンのそういう本とかやり方とかを説明してる、なんかそのゲーム買った時についてくるみたいなやつをチェックできてたら私もきっとするけど、あ、ただ今はこのマップのところでさ、こうしてくださいって言われてる目標に行けばいいんだと思って、
That's interesting.
ボーって言って、あれポケモンのレベルが今のところと合ってない、なんでってなって、もうやりたくない難しいってなってる。そうだね。だからそのさ、ポケモンのゲーム作る人、その目標のところにさ、もうちょっとこれしてみたらいいんじゃないみたいなアドバイスとかやってくれたらいいんだけど。
Oh yeah, I wonder if they have like a beginner mode or something, like a setting maybe.
それがいいわ。
Yeah, I never thought about that because in the old games I don't think they had a system like that where they told you need to go to this city.
あ、本当?
It was just basically like the roads you couldn't go on were blocked for some reason, or you needed an ability to get through to that area.
自分で考えなきゃいけなかったんだ。
That's for everything, yeah.
Wow.
Like it didn't really have these like tutorials and extra menus and stuff. It was mostly like you had to figure it out.
Oh no, じゃあ今はもうやりやすくなってる状態なんだね。
Yeah, it's definitely not perfect, and they definitely did teach you some stuff before, but I think maybe it's almost backwards, where maybe they assume now, like, oh, this is your 15th Pokemon game, you know what to do, and that maybe they don't tell you as much now. Whereas maybe before they gave you a little bit more help.
それ理解できる。
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played Pokemon Yellow.
あとなんか地面がキラキラ光ってる時に、その地面のところで A ボタンか何か押したら取れるじゃん、秘密アイテムが。
Yeah.
それもダル君がやってて、あ、そうやってやるんだって知ったし、
Yeah.
キラキラ光ってるよ、押してみてって言われてへえみたいな。
Yeah.
てかその美容室があるよってこととか、そういうなんかいろんな情報、
Yeah.
どうやってみんな知るんだろうって思ったし。
Right. Yeah, I think usually a lot of that information comes in-game from running around and talking to people. You talk to some lady on the street and she'll tell you about the haircut place that's over there, or something like that.
いろんな人に話しかければいいんだね。
Yeah.
なんかそれreal life でも同じだね。
Yeah.
わかんないときはいろんな人に聞いて。
Or you just, by your own curiosity, you just run around and you go inside of everything and talk to people, and then you'll find it, whatever you're looking for. Yeah. So what was it like trying to build your team, your first group of Pokemon?
さすがの私でも1個のタイプだけをバーッと持ってたり、さすがの私でも可愛いだけを揃えてたらダメっていうのは知ってるだから今はファイヤータイプ、何タイプもう全部全部っていうか、なんとなくいい感じのを揃えて、でなんか可愛いだけとかじゃなくて、なんかまあ見た目そんなにタイプじゃないけどこの子強いから使うとかっていうのも置いといてポケットにしまってるんだけど。
Yeah.
はい。
I thought that was awesome how in the beginning, it was obvious that you were excited about catching lots of Pokemon because the low-level ones were all really cute. And so every time you would get into battle, you'd be like, Yaba, koitsu kawaii, hoshii. And then you would just catch everything, which was really fun to watch.
そうそうそう。いやーなんかあと薬とかさ、何々の技を習得できるとか、なんかそのアイテムがまたややこしい。どういうこと？これ持たせられるの？みたいな。あとなんかそれでレベルアップできるあれもあるの、ポーションもあるのとか。
Oh yeah. And some of these systems have changed over time. Like back in the day, you didn't share experience like that. It was basically just the Pokemon that you were fighting with that got experience, or the level up things that you were talking about. I think what were they called, like Keiken no Ame or something like that.
So
they didn't used to have those either. They just had the rare candies. So it's also interesting to mention that we've been playing it in Japanese.
そう、日本語でやってるんです。
I originally played this game, Pokemon Sword, not long after it came out. I only played maybe half of it in Japanese, and then I just didn't touch it for years.
あ、本当。
And now Aoi's playing it also in Japanese. It's probably too late to make you switch to English.
なんかしかもさ、日本語と英語でポケモンの名前も変わってくるんだよね。
Yeah.
だからきっと無理だよね。
Yeah.
もう戻れないよ。
Yeah, my memory helps a lot though because I learned everything in English obviously. And now when I see like moves, like waza, or I see an item, fortunately now I'm at a level where I can just read and understand the Japanese, but a lot of times I recognize what they are from just past knowledge. And so it helps a lot if there are any gaps in something that I'm not sure what they're saying or something.
でもさ、これ学びたい言語に設定したら勝手に学べるくない？
Yeah.
そう、なんちゃかグリュー2レベル23でさ、あ、グローとグリューとなんちゃかでさ、過去形となんちゃか形とかって分かるようになるし、
yeah.
日本語にしても結構ひらがなで出てくること多いじゃん。成功とかさ、
yeah.
当たりとか。だから、
For sure.
いいね、勉強にもなるかもね。
Yeah, there's a lot of grammar for sure. And you learn a lot of like interesting like words that you'll see in other games, like, you know, heal or faint or fire or like just all kinds of like fantasy game type words.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, useful if you are into that thing, that kind of thing.
いいと思った。あとなんだろうな、思い当たることは。
I think the most important thing is you're enjoying it and you're having fun.
すごい楽しい。今のところ4日目 ?5 日目ぐらい1週間なんだけど、確か始まって1週間目なんだけど、もうレベル40ぐらいまで行ってすごいんですよ。
Yeah,
やり込んでる。
Maybe we can give an update once the story progresses because you've never had the experience of getting all gym badges and then going on to what comes next.
そう、ジムバッジっていうのを集めるんですよ。それで私今4個目でトータル8個10個そんくらい8個だから楽しんでる。今のところジムは一発勝利で。
Yeah. Yes. Well, do you have anything else to say about Pokemon? Anything else that you're...
嫌なのは嫌なポケモンがいる一人、マッシューみたいな名前のポケモン、
マッシェードだっけ？
マッシェードだっていうピンクのポケモンがいるんだけど、英語でこれシノティック、
シナリック or something?
シナリック
I don't know, I've never...
わかんない。このポケモンだけかわかんないけど、私のポケモンのパワーっていうかこのくらい元気ですよっていうガソリンを取るんですよ、勝手に。で自分のにするの。なんかアタックはしてないのにそのガソリン取って自分のガソリンにする。なんていうの自分の
HP ヒットポイント。
はい、すいません。で その私たちがアタックして彼女が少なくなってもこっちの HP を取って自分のにするの、アタックしないで、なんかせこくないそれってそれずるくないみたいな。それすっごく好きじゃないからいつも逃げちゃうんだよ結局。
Yeah, and that kind of thing I think is what kids love is
what?
These games have all of the emotions, you know? There's like anger and sadness and
Happy.
excitement, and you're learning so much, and in a backwards way, like having a Pokemon like that makes you mad, makes you want to get stronger and learn about what type it is and stuff so you can know how to kill it next time, right? It's a motivation technique almost.
なんかどうやってその管理すればいいかとかわかるしね、なんか子供ながらのスケジュール管理ができるんじゃない？
Yeah, and then if that Pokemon is just like wrecking you forever, and then you catch it, and then you learn how to use it, and then you're doing the same thing to other people, there's like this really good feeling, right?
わかる
Now I'm the one that's making your life suck.
確かにあのマッシュームなんだっけ忘れた、それ欲しいかもしれない、
Right?
今はもううざくてずっと逃げるかキルしてるんだけど、
Yeah.
爆弾使って欲しいね。面白いと思ったこと思い出した。
Yeah.
このポケモンのゲームではニャースがこのなんか茶色いタイプだけど、昔見てたニャースは白いかったよなと思って、なんかそのゲームによって違うのかな？
Yeah, so definitely not all Pokemon, but some of them have like regional versions.
オリジナル？
Not original, regional. Regional. So based on the region, which is essentially what country they're in, or in other words, basically whatever game you're in, some of the Pokemon will look different from game to game, and they'll be different types and have different abilities and that kind of thing.
すごい。人間世界もそうじゃない？
Yeah.
日本にいる日本人とアメリカにいる日本人の見た目が違うみたいな。
I think it was an easy way for them to not have to keep making so many Pokemon that are very similar. Because after they reached a certain amount, like they had over 1,000, then they started like making Pokemon. Now they have like 1,000,000 birds and 1,000 fish that look the same, and like 20 little plant guys that are almost the same.
Yeah.
They're obviously they're all different, but
okay.
This I think was another way of doing that. Plus they're cute, they're cool.
They're cute.
You know, Ponyta's like a fairy now. It's cool.
なんかさ、彼らのさ使ってる音楽もたまに気になる時があるんだけど、そのポケモンが大きくなる技の時があるんだよね。
Oh yeah, in this game.
その時の音楽。
That's only in this game, by the way.
本当。
Yeah, that's not a Pokemon thing. That's a Pokemon Sword thing.
ポケモンソードの戦いの時はポケモンが大きくなれるんだけど、その時の音楽私結構ストレスかもしれない。最初はこうって思ったけど、やばいよ、なんか「Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey!」みたいな。
Yeah.
あれちょっとストレス。
Oh no. Just because it's
なんかプレッシャーが来る。だから彼らは doing good job でしょ。その制作チーム、ポケモン制作チームは私たちにそれを与えたいから。私はまんまとハマってる。
See, maybe I'm backwards, but I almost feel like it's less pressure because in this game, it's like it's a stadium sport. It's like a game, right? Even if you lose, it's just like, oh no, I'll come back in a second. Whereas, I don't know, in the older games, I felt like, how do I say this? If you lost, it felt very serious, and also it felt like it was way easier to lose. Like, I don't think in any of the gym battles you've come even close to losing. I don't know if the game itself is just easier, or maybe it's just we're adults now, and it's, you know, when I was a little kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. I feel like it looks cool. It feels like it's less of a pressure, stressful challenge than it used to be.
Okay. じゃあ私も昔のポケモンやってみようかじゃあ。そして他の経験もして、気づくよいろいろ。
I think it's probably the music like pushing you.
うん、めっちゃプッシングされてる。
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! とか言われた時に、行くみたいな。やるみたいな。
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed Pokemon.
うん。いい感じだね。もう20分ぐらい話したね。楽しかった。ポケモンの引き続きどうなったかまたお話ししようと思います。
Yeah, I'd love to. And maybe next time we can share about your team and maybe we can talk about Pokemon more generally rather than just Pokemon Sword that you're playing.
はい。
Cool. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
ピカチュウ。